Hi learners, welcome to our channel Python Programming. In this session, we are going to explore another important data structure in Python called as dictionary. A dictionary is a collection of pair of elements separated by commas. The elements in a dictionary are enclosed within curly brackets. Each pair of element in a dictionary has a key and a value. The key and a value will be separated by a colon. Let's see the syntax, how to define a dictionary in Python. Dict name equal to, within curly brackets, we are going to provide the elements. Every element is going to have two components. One is a key, the other one is a value. Key and a value are separated with a colon. So in the syntax, it is specified as key1 colon value 1 represents one element in the dictionary. Key2 colon value 2 represents the second element. Key3 colon value 3 represents the third element. We can also write the dictionary in a structured way like this. Dict name is equal to key1 value 1, and in the next line we can write key2 value 2, and in the next line key3 value 3, and so on. So keys in the dictionary should be unique. We cannot have duplicates in writing the keys, and the keys may be of any data type, like the key may be a number, or it may be a character, or it may be a string. The keys are similar to index operators in Python. In strings, lists, tuples, we used to access the elements with the help of their positions or index. Here, we don't have index in dictionary, but the keys are helping us to retrieve the elements from the dictionary. And hence, dictionaries are not sequences, but mappings. They are called as mappings. Let's see some examples. Course is the dictionary which has three elements. The first element is Python programming, for which the key is 111. The second element is C programming, for which the key is 222. The third element is data structures, for which the key is 333. Capital is a dictionary which represents the capitals of three countries. For India, it's Delhi. For Pakistan, it's Islamabad. For Sri Lanka, it's Colombo. Since all these things are strings, we enclose them inside quotes. Square is a dictionary which contains the square of the values 1 through 10. 1 is a key, its square is the value. 2 is the key, its square is the value. 3 is the key, its square is the value, and so on. Now let's see how to create a dictionary. Dictionaries are mappings, and all the items in the dictionaries are separated by commas. And we also know that every item has a key as well as a value separated by colon. So we have to be cautious while creating a dictionary. We can create empty dictionary without any elements, and we can create non-empty dictionary with elements in it. Creating an empty dictionary. This can be done very easily with the help of the constructor dict. If we create D1 is equal to dict, D1 is going to be the type dictionary and it will not contain any elements in it. If we print the type of D1, it will give the results as class dict. We can also create an empty dictionary with the help of curly brackets. D2 is equal to empty brackets will create an empty dictionary. If we display the type of D2, we'll be getting class dict as output. Let's now see how to create a non-empty dictionary. It can be done with the help of using curly brackets. D3 is equal to 1 colon 1, 2 colon 4, 3 colon 9, 4 colon 16, 5 colon 25. Now D3 is a dictionary since it's having collection of elements inside curly bracket, but every element is a pair of values. The first one is the key, the next one is the value. If we display D3, D3 will be displaying the keys and value pairs as output. Let's see one more example. Course is equal to 111 Python, 222 C, 333 C++, 444 data structures, 555 computer networks, where 111, 222, 333, 444, 555 are keys and Python, C, C++, data structures and computer networks are corresponding values. If we print the dictionary, we can also create a non-empty dictionary with the help of comprehension technique. For example, let square be a dictionary, which is going to have an integer as a key and its square as a value. And the range of integers we are going to consider here are 1 to 5. Do you remember the comprehension we have learnt in list? In the similar way, we can create the dictionary also. Inside curly bracket, we are using the loop for I in range 1, 6. This represents the generation of integers 1 to 5. And I is a variable which is going to have the values 1 by 1 from this range 1 to 5. Initially, I is equal to 1. Then the value of I is taken as a key and I into I, 1 into 1 is taken as the value and it is stored in the dictionary square. The next value of I is 2. So 2 is taken as the key, 2 into 2 is taken as the value and it is stored in square dictionary. In this way, if we display square, we are getting the output as 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9, 4, 16, 5, 25. Stay tuned. Happy learning.